Good morning, Secret Squadron members. I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to give you a tour of Command Central in Port Townsend, Washington. This is my little casa by the sea. This is what I see every morning. Now you have to understand, I'm using an iPod. An iPod can see inside and it can see outside, but it can't do both at the same time. So when I pan around, the automatic iris is going to adjust. See now. There's a picture of Billie Holiday. Back in the 40s, I had an opportunity to meet Billie Holiday. I was like 8 or 9 years old, but it was in Detroit, when she was with, the Count Basie Orchestra. So that goes to show you. Now, wait for this bad boy to kick in. This is the Washington State Ferry in Port Townsend. They run about every 45 minutes. Wait for the automatic iris to kick in. Now, I want to show you something. Here is my spiritual icon. Hate to be a heathen, but I hate to wake up in the morning and see somebody nailed to the cross. That's just not me. Sorry about that. In bullfighting, in case you don't know, there are two coups, coup d'etat and coup de grace. A coup de grace is called the moment of truth. That is when the bullfighter has his cape, he has his sword, and he's getting ready to tune up the bull. In bullfighting, there's no second chance. Either you win or you lose. The bull wins or you win. So that's like where I want to be. As long as I've got my sword and my cape, I'm doing real good. Now, this is important. This is part of the other part of the poster. And like I said, I've had this probably for about 30 or 40 years. It's a saying that came from a book that I read one time. And it says, he had come to believe that into each life is placed a series of tests. There are shocks, there are crises, and there are turning points. And if a man is weak and succumbs to these tests, then he is crippled for life, imprisoned by stupidity and lack of understanding. Some people are unlucky from the moment of conception. They're condemned from the time they come into the world. They're told this, they believe it, and then they die. So, I like to get focused. As stated, sunrise to sunset. That's the only thing I'm trying to deal with right now. It's been that way all my life, basically. Now I'm going to show you something interesting. As soon as the iris kicks in, I could say, this is the Holy Grail, courtesy of Mario and Vic at Pack Stereo TV. A lot of people don't have these. I'm very privileged. The Pope has one. Dalai Lama. I want to show you something else. Here's something I found in a thrift store. This is an Argus C3 camera. Came out in the 40s. My father gave me this, and this is the first intro into photography. So that's what got me started. Then he said, okay, you can go out and get a dark room and you can do, photography and all this good stuff. Now, this is my medicine cabinet. Got to have some Rosso Classic. So what I do every morning, getting ready to have my morning meds. So I just wanted to show you this, and I'm going to do something different this week. This is called Get Your Head Out of Your Ass Monday. Everybody in the creative process should always try something different. So I put together a new music video completely out of the box of things that I usually do. So if you are the creative person that you want to be, do something entirely different that you've never done before and see what happens. So this is part one, tour of Command Central, Port Townsend, Washington. This is Matt McAllister. Stay tuned for part two.